Guys, let's do this. What up? It's JoJo on the radio. This is the iHeartRadio countdown, and I haven't seen these dudes not in person since like pre-pandemic. 5 seconds of summer. What is up?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Good to be back.
Awesome. How many? You guys haven't done many in-person interviews? I think Ashton was saying. I said, "How many have you done?" He gave me like a 7. I'm like,
yeah, we've done literally 7.
Yeah, pretty accurate number.
You know, it's 7 in 2 years.
It's been way too long. You guys have spent way too much time away from me. I have honestly missed you guys.
Oh, we missed you too.
I love you guys. Okay, so we got lots to chat. Music, album, life, getting stuck in an elevator. It's a random story, I know. We'll get to all of it. On with the countdown. 5 sauces here. This is song number 20. JoJo on the radio. 5 seconds of summer hanging out. Hey, fellas, how was the pandemic? Has been kind of weird. I describe my experience, it's certainly early on as like living in a sci-fi movie. Just bizarre. It's getting kind of normal now. How has your last couple of years been? Just give me a little, how was it?
I mean, it's been pretty wild. I think we were in a very lucky position that, for the last, since 2011 when the band started, we've sort of been traveling all over, until the pandemic happened. So for us, it was a very different experience going to and being at home and trying to adjust to whatever that sort of way of life is. I was about to say normal life, but it's anything but because it was a weird couple of years. But just a lot of self-reflection and writing music and doing all that sort of stuff, which were, luckily, I think without the songwriting outlet, it would have been a lot more difficult with nothing to focus on.
Was it bizarre for you guys because you travel? I mean, you did travel and now you're doing it again, of course. So much. Yeah, in one city one day, the next, it's just crazy to be stuck in one place. Was that just, I don't know, did it drive you nuts?
I don't know. It was kind of, I don't want to say it was a nice thing to learn how to do, I think, and understand okay, this is what it's like to be in one place for a long time, even though the circumstances were odd and the world was in a terrible state. It was, I don't know, it was kind of nice to figure that out, I guess, how to be in one place.
I guess if yours was like a sci-fi movie, mine was like a dark comedy.
5 seconds of summer is hanging out, you guys. Back to the countdown. On the radio. This is the iHeartRadio countdown. 5 seconds of summer hanging out. Album is not out yet. However, we were talking kind of off air here. The album is done. It's finished. Oh, yeah. Right? Yeah. And the track listing has been approved. So somebody sent you the list as we're sitting here and everything.
Well, when you approve it, you have to see it first.
Well, yeah, you guys are telling me that you thought it would be appropriate, maybe a good habit to get into, to get, for example, me in this little group here, and to approve the track titles without having heard the songs. Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah. Anything you want to leak, or is everything super top secret? Give me one, and I can tell you if I approve of it. If you want to,
we could probably leak everything.
Yeah, we can leak everything, right?
It's probably already leaked. So.
Yeah, everything always leaks, so we may as well be the first to leak it.
Oh, we have a crazy song. I think we could do a song title, right?
Yeah. I mean, I reckon.
Yeah, no, you
think? The labels.
I'm down.
We have a song called Blender.
Blender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you guess what it's about?
Kind of like a Fruit Ninja situation. You know those ninja things you make the smoothies in?
I got one, yeah.
I know what you're thinking. How can this be a good song?
How could it be a good song?
I'll guess what it's about. I assume you probably can't say everything. Blender means, the song Blender is about everything in your life just getting thrown into one bucket, and it's crazy and spins, and it's just, your life is a blender.
Wow, you're not too far.
We're going to go rewrite it, actually. That's way better.
That's pretty good, John.
Oh, that's pretty good.
No,
that's good.
If there's a song actually called Blender, be all right, now we're talking. When what can you say about this album? Aside from the fact that there's a song called Blender, and I've approved it. So
I love that is the only the only information. There's a song called Blender.
There's a song called Blender.
And Complete Madness, of course.
Michael produced a lot of this album. And
Get it, Michael.
Get it, Mike. And the band and I, we were kind of with every record, we're just very ambitious guys. We just want to keep diving into our songwriting, keep writing more important songs to us philosophically, I guess, but also connecting with our fans as they grow. And we're so aware we have such a beautiful opportunity to create an amazing place for people to come and see us live. So we create music for that, and as we mature with our songwriting, we get more of a grasp on the kind of energy we want to put in our music. the kind of lyrics we want to write and the kind of narratives we want to share with people. So this record is a further extension and a further evolution of all those things I just spoke about.
Is there a final question on the album, and I'll move on. Is there a title for the album? Because I saw you guys post A New Horizon. I think that's what you said. A New Horizon for Five Sauce. Now, I'm guessing that was just a statement and not the title.
Yeah, I was just blabbing on.
Okay, that was you being making craziness. Okay, no title yet. I guess you can't release that. It's not called, it's Blender.
I want to tell everybody that there's only 2 titles in contention, really. And we're about to decide, like, probably today or tomorrow.
It'll probably have to be today or tomorrow.
We have to decide right now.
I think I should be in on this meeting.
Maybe you should.
Yeah, if you're going to do the track list, that'd be great, actually. If you could handle the track list and the album name, that would make it
perfect.
easier.
All right. 5 Seconds of Summer hanging out, you guys. Back to the 5 Seconds of Summer is hanging out. Hey, you, to my understanding, you basically sent this is how it was worded to me, a cryptic magazine to some of your fans to tease Complete Mess. Now, the way I understood it, when you mailed it to them, it was like a real mail, like something came in the mail, like the postman and all that stuff. Not the what did you guys send? 'Cause I didn't see this.
We make zines, like we make magazines, because we work with this amazing visual creator called Andy DeLuca, and we have this beautiful relationship with him where he's basically the visual side of 5 Seconds of Summer, pretty much, and we have these amazing experiences together. We tried to make the 5 Seconds of Summer show, which I don't know if you saw, but we're doing comedic acting, we're doing performances, we're doing hosting, we're doing all this stuff. And the thing about that show was and we really wanted people to see behind the scenes because the band was stressed, under pressure, like total new ground for us. So we made a zine to capture everything that happened behind the scenes. And in the middle of that zine that we sent to our fans was, Complete Mess, our new single, which was like the cryptic side of things.
200 IQ play.
But I kind of love the idea of like, the fact that it was spreading and it spread slowly and then all of a sudden it spread quickly. It's like the idea of getting this physical thing and like having to go and like talk to other people in this, 5 Sauce community and be like, hey, like, look at this thing that I just found. Like, this is a thing that I got physically. And I don't know. It's just like a fun way to tease it.
It's kind of genius. And how did you pick who they were sent to?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
Did Callum pick?
I think it was like
It was something to do with like
handpicked.
I think they ordered zines for Calm.
they ordered the other zine. So if you'd ordered a zine before, you got this one for free, and we just sent it to you.
Something like that.
Interesting. All right. Well, if you got one of the magazines, I guess you're one of the lucky, I guess. Or I guess you're all lucky if you're a 5 Sauce fan. All right. 5 Seconds of Summer is hanging out. You guys back to the countdown. JoJo on the radio. 5 Seconds of Summer hanging out. Going to play Complete Mess, of course, in a couple minutes. You guys have been together. Yeah, of course. You guys have been together 10 plus years now. I think 2021 was 10.
This is 10 plus.
I think you guys said that this is kind of like being you guys are basically married now. I mean, talk about this because it's more than just friendship. You are linked forever.
Yeah, even possibly like legally, we're kind of
really
like linked together. Yeah, it's beautiful.
But how is this marriage? I mean, what can you say about it? It's just
A lot of nagging.
A lot of nagging. Who does the most nagging?
Probably me. When you say contractually, it's funny because we don't even have, most bands have an agreement. It's like a band agreement. It's a really chill document. It just says, hey, don't leave if we're releasing an album.
Yeah.
Don't leave if we just have a single out. Please show up for the tour.
That's the only requirements.
Basically like,
Wow, it's pretty loose requirements.
Yeah.
But we don't have one.
Yeah.
We've lasted 10 years with not a single.
It's not a handshake. A
Agreement.
16-year-old handshake.
A
Wow.
lawyer's worst nightmare.
So if you guys wanted to walk out, you could, and that'd be the end of it.
Absolutely, but that's so not chill.
Yeah.
You know, we just wouldn't do
That's
that
not
because we're
cool.
chill
Yeah.
guys.
Maybe that's the secret, though.
I think so.
I wonder if the Rolling Stones and you two have an agreement. I bet they don't.
Do you think they're chill guys?
I think they might.
Bono don't look too chill to me.
Bono looks like he's
high-strung.
telling people what to do.
Maybe that's the secret. Like, forget the legalities of it. Just, are we friends? Are we a band? Or are we not? If you want to leave, go. If you don't, let's.
That's kind
Because
of
it's weird too, because it's a creative relationship, and everybody has these beautiful creative dawns and sunsets. You know, like people go through their phases of their lives, and sometimes, you know, for instance, on this record, I was like, you play a different role every time in the creation of it, and that's the cool part. So you got to give it space and just let it move how it wants to move. You can't be too like, oh, but you said you would do this, and I'm supposed to do this, and we're supposed to be like this.
That's true.
It has to change.
5 seconds of summer hanging out. You guys. Radio Countdown. 5 seconds of summer is hanging out. Documentary you guys put out, the 5 seconds of summer, a 10-year celebration. If you haven't seen that, definitely check the doc. There's a scene that our buddy Ryan Seacrest, he invited you to a barbecue. I don't know if this is true or not. It's just fake or whatever, but he never followed up with the barbecue, or is that...
that wasn't
It doesn't
actually
sound
a
like
skit.
something Ryan... Did he really... like? I can't picture Ryan barbecuing. He's never invited me to
You know what? We've kind of...
We wouldn't know either.
You know, we kind of just don't really want to bring it back up to the surface.
Yeah.
It's taken us a really long time to kind of move past
It's
it.
a bit of a soft spot, JoJo.
Oh, man.
Is he mad?
Is he mad at you?
Do you think he's mad at us?
Well, I think you
Was
should
there a
be-
barbecue?
I have never been invited to a Seacrest barbecue, and we've worked together in LA for quite a while.
That makes
So
me
we're
feel
one
a
step
little bit
further.
So you're saying you want to unionize with us?
Yeah, I've been trying to say this whole time. All right, 5 seconds of summer is hanging out. We haven't been to Seacrest barbecue. It's but that we have that in common. Back to the countdown, guys. This is song number 6 of summer is hanging out. Complete Mess. It is out, fellas. What do we need to know about this track?
Is it on the countdown? Yes.
This
Surely
is
not.
an extra track, but it will be, I'm sure, at a very soon.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's
I
fine.
think it's like number one, probably.
Probably number one for sure. Were you guys telling me this? You changed the title of this song like super last second ish, or is that true? Maybe that was a big lie too.
Well, we did, but it wasn't that far off. It was the other chorus lyric, so we're pretty close on the first title as well. We felt like before we listened to the song, you wanted to know it was going to say complete mess and not You Make Me Complete, because it's like the juxtaposition of the two and how they intertwine. And that's how we got to that conclusion in a group chat.
Yeah, we thought complete mess was the twist, which we're right.
And the other option was You Make Me Complete.
Yeah, or
Make Me Complete.
YMMC.
Yeah, or Make Me Complete, or just Complete.
Yeah,
or Complete Mess. There was a voting. There was like a voting system.
I like Complete Mess. I do.
Yeah.
Complete Mess.
I think Complete
But
Mess.
what
is
we
better.
also kind of think about genre stuff, and we go, what would a pop punk band call this song? We still kind of think like that, and Complete Mess is way more emo or something. So
A lot more visual.
So we chose that.
All right, let's do it, you guys. 5 seconds of summer. Complete Mess. Seconds of summer is hanging out. Hey, what do you guys consider your best performance ever? Tough question. And then the complete flip of that, which is my favorite.
Worst.
What do you consider your worst?
Okay.
Like one was the best, and one was everything was a complete disaster.
Can I say something, guys?
Yeah. Yes.
Best Jet Black Heart from Five Sauce Show.
Yeah.
A 10-year celebration.
pretty awesome.
That's a good
Unreal. Worst,
Filmed, yeah.
2013. We're flying from San Francisco to London to play some kind of show. And Michael goes, I've lost my passport, guys, and everybody goes, well, that's fine. The boys will still go.
Everyone except the band.
Everyone except Michael. And Luke, Cal, and I were like a three-piece. So geez.
Dude, it's so funny. I went back and I watched some of the videos where I think you guys were playing like Good Girls or something, and then there was a break where I think Callan was like, Michael sings this. It just didn't say
silence.
anything.
They didn't even give us any time to
There was
prepare.
no preparation.
But this isn't a proper live show. This is in an arena. There's 22,000 people.
Oh, Jesus.
And I get on stage with a cajon, which is basically an IKEA coffee table. and they mic me up with one mic, and Luke's on an acoustic guitar, Calum's on a bass, and, she looks so perfect, is doing great. And this arena looking at us going, geez, these guys aren't what we thought. This is the marketing.
Where's the budget?
The marketing's way better than the band, that's for sure. And that was probably our worst show. But I do commend the guys. You guys were brave.
Yep.
I couldn't. I was just so impressed because I was like, God, you guys and I mean, I definitely wasn't offended that you didn't cancel or not do it. But I was like, crap, I've really thrown a wrench in the plans here by not having my...
We stood in solidarity and just didn't sing your verse, I think.
We won't do it. Callum, you're like, what do you see? Sorry, Michael sings this part.
Yeah. It's crazy though. I mean, nowadays you wouldn't even dare play a gig without one of the members.
I could never play a show as Five Sauce without one of you in.
No, yeah.
I would love you guys to play a show if you could get Taylor Hawkins on drums. from the Foo Fighters.
The Fooies.
I know you wouldn't really like it, and I don't think he would play to the tracks very well. But
he'd have to do. He'd like instinctually come and do his Queen cover
the
where
best.
he sings. It just comes out after "Look So Perfect." Under pressure.
All right, 5 seconds of summer hanging out, you guys. Back to the countdown. 5 seconds of summer is hanging out. We were in the elevator a few minutes ago, and we got to talk. I don't know how it got brought up, but
You smell great.
you do smell great. Oh my God, we were like, we were so non-COVID safe, crammed in. It was perfect. Hey, what the basket you got for Kid Leroy? Give me that story because apparently he loved it, right?
well, deep down we're shy guys, and we're never like, if we're at Conway Studios and we're making our album, and Kid Leroy was there. Or Man Leroy, he's very tall and huge, and he was across in Studio A, and we're in Studio C, where the crusty old guys go. And
is it like a terrible Studio C?
exactly,
They're all beautiful.
and none of us were like, we're not going to bust in and be like, "What's up, Kid Leroy? It's 5 sauce."
Which very well, like, what crossed our minds. We're like, well, kind of, we want to meet him, and he's
We're Australian,
We were like, it'd be nice to meet him, but we didn't want to be those guys.
So it was kind of around Valentine's Day. So I was already in the spirit of like preparing a little gift for someone else. So I was like, at this time, I was like, okay, let's send him some black roses, because that's cool. I don't know. Let's send him, bit of this, bit of that. The basket's looking nice.
Mate.
And that will be our initial handshake, because we just want to say, hey, dude, well done. We send him a note. We say, congratulations on everything happening to you. And have a blast and have fun and stay safe. and
wasn't the basket had a bunch of stuff, just like Australian stuff in it, right?
Yeah, just Aussie stuff to make him feel, at home.
He came in and he was like, hasn't had some of that stuff in a really long time.
Talking like
And-
Vegemite and whatnot. And
Yeah, all that crap, all the stuff that you would hate.
Ugh.
Yeah, but he's such an incredible artist, and like he's so talented. And I think we asked Shy, and we decided show our affection from afar. Like you've done a great job. Like you're an awesome artist.
But sometimes with like other Aussie artists, we just want them to know, like, hey, if you guys ever need to chat about anything, like, we're down.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. And it begs the question. At some point, you guys could see, just because of the Australian link, why not a collab at some point?
Why not?
Why not? I mean, it just makes too much sense.
Someone to chat to. Maybe you need a backing band.
Maybe
you know?
Yeah,
Best backing band.
Oh my God!
we've got a lot of collaborations on this album coming up. So.
Well, I would ask, but I know you wouldn't tell me. So All right, 5 seconds of summer on the radio. This is the iHeartRadio countdown. 5 seconds of summer is hanging out. I think you guys know this about me, although we haven't chatted for quite a while. I am obsessed with the paranormal, ghost, UFOs, all that stuff. Yeah, I've got a podcast called Paranormalish. I mean, I'm way off the deep end. It's crazy. I believe you guys told me about a paranormal encounter a while back. I'm not sure if it was true or not, but have you had a paranormal encounter that comes to mind? Anything? Oh. If not, I've got a favor to ask you.
A favor?
Yeah, or should I just give you the favor?
You want us to certify something?
No, well, no. Yeah,
If I saw certified this paranormal event.
you're gonna be hitting the road here, soon, doing these tours.
Yep.
And a lot of nice hotels you're staying in, I'm sure.
I hope so.
Yeah. Well,
Hotels are the hot spots.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, exactly. One or more of these hotels are going to be haunted. And I want, if you would, and everybody's rejecting me on this. I think maybe one person said yes, but most people, it's JoJo, you're crazy. Request a haunted room. Or if there's more than one, like Calico one, and all you get,
just in, for conversation's sake, we have walked into multiple hotel rooms and changed the room because, you go in there and you go, whoa.
You can feel like
something's whack. And the dark is darker than dark, and it feels heavy, and it's weird, and you just don't want to go in there. And I always am responsive to that. I'm like, I'm getting in a room.
There's a few that like we've been to where it's like it used to be like a warehouse or something, and now it's like a really like beautiful like big rooms.
There's that one in Liverpool.
Oh my god, that was haunted.
It was like an 1800s.
No kidding.
Kind of whatever where the boats meet up. And they were shipping coal or something back then, but they made a hotel out of this place, and it was.
Dude, have you guys played? What's the one in Milwaukee? The Rave in Milwaukee. If you get a chance to play there, I want to go with you because AJR told me their dressing room. They walked into the dressing room and just peeped in the door. Pretty normal, nothing crazy going on. Shut the door. Only entrance. Shut the door. Had about a 30-second chat outside the door. Opened the door back up, and the furniture's stacked up.
No way.
Yes. I mean, they could be lying to me, but I've talked to him several times about this, and it's just like, and they checked with the staff. What's going on here? This stuff happens all the time. And unless somebody just, Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, lowered down and did the furniture and back through the roof in 30 seconds, I don't know the explanation. So
is it?
I don't know, but that's quite a big
crazy,
bloke
right?
of a ghost.
Is it
if he's
the guy?
stacking furniture that quickly?
Yeah,
he must be 6'5" at least. 300 pounds.
Is there a documentary on this?
yeah.
I need to get you guys. I'll send you guys some links if I can find some nice some research on it.
Is it the guy that's wearing the hat in AJR? Does he wear the hat?
Yes, the guy. They all witnessed it. But the guy with the hat was one of them.
Seems like they all wear hats.
He's hiding something.
Yeah, he must be. With that hat, he's super shady. Yeah.
Underneath the hat, he's got something under there.
All right, 5 seconds of summer.
That's paranormal.
Yeah, right. Like, what's up with this hat? 5 seconds of summer hanging out, you guys. Back to the countdown. This is song number 8. Countdown. 5 seconds of summer hanging out. After 10 plus years of being a band, what have you guys learned from this experience? What are you better at now than what you used to be? Aside from music, because of course you improve musically and whatnot. But what have you learned? 10 years.
I keep having more fun, to be honest, because I loosen the grip a bit on it all. It's like when we first, arrived, it's like you're kind of in a survival mode vibe. You're kind of like, oh my gosh, life is so crazy now. Like, people are listening to our music, and we're moving around the world a lot, and we're interacting with all different kinds of people. But I guess what I've really learned in the last 10 years is to have the most fun possible doing all of this, because it's all, it's all amazing and it's awesome and it's such a gift to us, So every new album that comes out, I enjoy it even more somehow, and I relax into it even more and enjoy everything that comes with it.
I'm glad you're doing that because when it's all said and done and we're all like 80, looking back on this, you're going to think, man, that was pretty awesome what we did.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be a shame if you can't enjoy it while you're deciding. I know there's stress and goals and hustle. If you can't enjoy it right now, that'd be a real shame.
I really do think, if anything, the pandemic really helped us have perspective on that. We were really able to look at our accomplishments and what we've done kind of objectively and sort of like the position of where we are now. And, the actual way to enjoy it more is just to like Ash said, loosen the grip. We can get out of that fight or flight mode and actually just have fun and make the music that we want to make and just love it.
I'm telling you, I've told you guys this before. You guys are on the path to becoming one of the biggest bands. I mean, big,
JoJo.
Coldplay, U2. That's and I know that's you guys are in the forest. Sometimes you can't see the forest through the trees, but you're in that spot to really big. You guys are something for real.
It's a dream of ours to play. Those bands, they've succeeded in a way that they've created so much connectivity between human beings, and they've connected their music to the feeling that, people want to show up and be together and hear that music. And that's kind of our ultimate dream,
Yeah. What a life, man. 5 Sauce is hanging out. Back to the countdown. This is the iHeartRadio countdown. 5 seconds of summer is hanging out. Hey, you guys have toured a lot. Another tour is kicking off, relatively soon. So pumped for that. Yeah. Oh my God. Give me a crazy road story. I want, you guys must have some wild story. I know you said you were trapped in an elevator once. Luke doesn't remember it, but maybe that's not the story to go with. I don't know. But
we can't verify it.
Do you recall, Callum? Do you recall being stuck in the elevator, or is that just some elevator you guys were stuck in?
Mate, I can't recall what I did yesterday. So
wow, Ashton's the only one that get. Michael, you can't remember that either?
I don't remember
Ashton,
anything.
were you the one stuck in the elevator?
Maybe I was off chops or something. Now what I will say, we're in Minnesota once. It's snowing, and we're fascinated by snow. We're Aussies, it didn't snow very much where we grew up, and we're and meanwhile back in California, Coachella's happening, and we're all like, look, we're at Coachella playing in the snow, laughing about how kind of, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And, we play the show in this dungeon, and we're playing a really undersold, tour. And we walk outside, and our bus is 8 foot covered in snow above the wheels, and our trailer, our U-Haul is all underneath snow. And the tour manager's yelling at me. He hands me a shovel. He hands me a shovel. He goes, we've all got to dig this out. Otherwise, we're not getting to the next gig. Yeah, I looked at you. I said, hell no, I'm not shoveling. I'm not shoveling anything, mate. I mean, this is like...
It's going to get on my cardigan.
I was like, I'm going to dust my hands of this bus. I don't need it. I'm going to move on. Get me to the airport. But so we dig the bus out and we do manage to leave, but it's like stuff like that still happens, man. It's like you're just really, you're still just traveling on a bus and you're still just kind of making it through the elements when you're touring America. And it's like anything can happen.
God, here's a shovel.
Here's
Dig
a
the bus
shovel,
out.
dude.
Yeah, there was once where we were about to play the gig, and there's like a separate truck that has, you know, all of our gear and all of our equipment and all of our guitars and drums, everything. And we'd arrived at the gig, and I remember our tour manager was like stressing because they were like, oh, well, you know, the truck with all of our gear is still, you know, a few hours away. So, you know, it's, you know, show was in like 4 or 5 hours, and we were meant to sound check soon. And then they were like, the truck just broke down with all of our gear that was like 3 or 4 hours away. And I remember them having to like figure out some way to either like, was it better to get the truck repaired, or was it better to drive someone and then like,
But that's when stuff like people get crazy, they'll come to us like in the dressing room and be like, the truck broke down. Do you need the guitars and drums?
Do you really need them?
Do you need them for the show?
That
Can
was
you
really
do
a
it?
question? Like,
Michael's also not here. Can you do the show still?
And I look at them, I go, I guess not. I guess we could do stand-up or something. I
give me
don't
some
know.
sticks and some buckets. We're good. You
Yeah.
know? Like, God. All right, guys. 5 seconds of summer hanging out. Back to the countdown. This is 5 seconds of summer is hanging out. Before I play number one, fellas, family, friends, inner circle, been with you forever, that kind of crew. What's their reaction to all? They may be used to it by now, but what's their reaction to all this Five Sauce success?
My mom still likes the songs from the first EP we ever released, and she stands by that. She
Like
goes,
everything, nothing tops that kind of a
there
thing?
was a song called Gotta Get Out, and she goes, that's my anthem, Ash.
That's honestly pretty sweet.
She's like, that's my jam.
Pretty dope.
You guys still haven't topped it. And I'm like, damn, I think Callum Ray
Pretty
wrote that song,
crushing
didn't
to
he?
hear, though.
As a songwriter.
And I'm like, all right, Mom, I'm over in LA. I'm still working on it.
God, she has she liked any of the has she been a fan of some of the new stuff as well?
She's kind of like a super fan, so she only likes the cool stuff. She likes like the deep cuts.
Dude, every time I stopped for a long period sending songs to my dad, right? And I did for Complete Mess. I sent it to him a few weeks ago. But I stopped sending it to him because I would send him songs. I'd be like, what do you think, Dad? And every time, he's Scottish, by the way. Every time I'd be like, yeah, sounds like Justin Bieber. And I'd be like, honestly, mate, it sounds nothing like it.
It's so far from it.
But he means it in a good way.
Yeah.
As in it's a banger.
Yeah, I think so.
great song.
I think he's like Justin's like pinnacle.
Yeah. Justin's Elvis to him, dude.
No, exactly.
Oh, God,
crazy.
so vicious. All right, Five Sauce is hanging out. Let's get into the number one song. Here we go. Sauce is hanging out. Complete Mess is out. Get on this track. Album on the way. I've approved the track list, so everything seems to be good to go. Tour coming up, fairly soon. All the details, check their socials. What am I forgetting to ask you guys?
I don't know. I think did we cover it all?
I think you kind of nailed it.
Anybody else got anything they want to get off their chest?
Anything deep down?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Just the barbecue thing, but that's about
Yeah. We'll get,
That's Chris Barber. You know what? I'm upset too because you guys got invited, but he didn't follow through. I wasn't even invited, and I said, I worked with him in L.A. For years.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
you know what?
one of the, like,
us a cult
guys,
group.
having a barbecue this week if you want to come. Yeah, we'd actually love that.
You know what?
We'd love to come and like,
Once our album's out, I'm going to have a barbecue. I'm going to invite all of you.
You can't have a
you very
barbecue
much.
out of spite.
Yes, I can. It is going to be called
barbecue.
Spider-Palooza. And
no Ryan's allowed.
Oh my God. All right. Five Sauce. Hey, fellas, it is so good to see you guys. I've missed you. Congrats on everything.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
At the end of every countdown, fist bump to make it official. Let me bam, man.
Huge.
Bam.
iHeartRadio.
Big shout out to iHeartRadio.
The countdown that you control. The iHeartRadio countdown.